Okay, I just got a little short video here, a little update on the Irwin. People have been asking to see the engine. The engine from the front is here. As you can see, it's pretty clean. There's some typical, a couple of minor spots of corrosion just around the water pump impeller area, but it's not an issue. The impeller does work. When I first started the engine, seawater shot out and covered the side of my truck, which I wasn't pleased about. But yeah, the water pump impeller is working. There's no issues there. The engine's a little bit greasy here and there, as you can see. Just need a little bit of a clean just to make it look spotless. There's a new filter there for the fresh oil that was put in it. That here is a new alternator, new belt as well. That's all taken care of. Filter was replaced as well in there, and there's also another filter in the ray core out behind here, which I'll show in a second. So that was that as well. It was done as well. Now we'll come down into the back of the engine. I have to climb down a bit. Okay, here we go. This is the back of the engine, transmission. And then we've got the back of the engine. Let's see if I can lean down and get in underneath a bit more. Here we go, here's the back of the engine. The belt head is a bit rusty and this back plate's got a little bit of rust on it, but the engine itself is pretty damn clean. Let's see if I can get in here and show it. Again, there's a little bit of dirt here and there. And that's a new starter motor that's been put in as well. It's got a new filter inside here. I could pop it open, but filters are a dime a dozen, so I don't think it's necessary to show that. This is the exhaust. That plate there is a bit rusty, but this is pretty clean itself. I mean, you're going to find there's going to be a little bit of corrosion spots here and there. I haven't spent any real time cleaning it. Fuel pump area is good. And yeah, if you want to make it look pristine, you could spend a couple of hours just dressing it up and putting a couple of little, spray painting a couple of spots here and there. But yeah, it's good the way it runs. Good. It's reliable, it's being maintained. Let's see if I can pull it. The oil in it is good color. It's got a little bit of darkness in it. I put 3 quarts in it. I then found that the original oil filter, brand new oil filter that I put in, didn't seat properly, so I lost a lot of that oil. So I then put a new oil filter on again, and then added another 3 quarts of oil to it, and that's why it's so. I'm not sure how much I lost, but that's pretty much full. The mark is right up here. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to hold it with one hand while pointing with my pinky with the other. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, it's right over there. Oh, anyway. It's about 1/8 of an inch off the full mark. So that's good. I've checked the transmission fluid through this plug here. Transmission fluid is a clear red and it has no burnt smell to it at all. So that's good. This is the secondary fuel water separator is the rake oil, and there's the filter elements up in the top here. I've had this apart. Filter element, all that. Flush this out. As you can see, there's yellow diesel in there now. It's clear. Engine runs good, so no issues there. Now, some of the work I did today, when I got this boat, it did not have one of these, which is for evacuating gases out of the engine room when before you start the engine. So what I did was, I had one of those spare, so I read the side of that if you like. So I've fitted that today, and the plastic piping. Plastic piping is just loose here. That just pulls in air through here, exhausts it through that exhaust stack there. So that's been fitted today. So that's another little fiddly thing that people don't have to worry about. It's been wired up through the pedestal here. Okay, let me hop out of the engine bay and I'll show you on the pedestal itself. This here is the switch for, I pull that on and that'll pump it out. I haven't got the battery in the battery compartment right now. I've been using the battery out of my truck. The hour meter shows 1462.8 hours. So let's say 1463 hours, shall we, on the engine. And as you know in the previous video, it started a bit rough, would run smooth, and there was no smoke at all out the back. So I've got a bottle of sea foam there. Once this thing is back in the water, what you would do is take the sea foam and empty out the fuel water separator that I just showed you in the engine bay. Fill it with sea foam, then close it back off again. The rest of the sea foam I'd empty into the gas tank. Then I would run the engine for about 20 minutes on the water, and that would clean out any of the carbon deposits, because I'm thinking that one of the injectors is is leaking a bit because of carbon buildup. With the sea foam running through it, that will clean out the carbon deposits, and I would imagine it would come good. The engine was running well just over a year ago. It sat for a year, so I'm thinking that a bit of carbon buildup has just simply dislodged or something and caught in the injector tip, and the sea foam will clean it out. But we can talk to whoever wishes to buy the boat about that. The other thing I did today is I added the new rope to the roller furler. That's this rope here. That's going into the roller. It's up in here. So so that runs all the way through along the port side down to the back here. Excess rope is laying there. So there's that. Those are the things that I've done today. I still have got to do what are these? As I've said before in the previous, there's a few little fiddly things that need to be done. There's nothing major, and I've just been tinkering away until somebody makes a serious offer. So anyway, that's it for now. I'll talk to you again soon, and we'll go from there. Thank you. Bye bye.